If you're new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are watching episode 23rd of anime Steins. So we are very close to the end, and I'm very excited. So let's see what this episode has. Let's go. Alright. So are we going to try and prevent World War III now? 2036. Time machine again, so like, is it inevitable? Oh, her hairstyle is a bit different. I think he is just very shocked because he thought he got rid of the time machine. Yeah, and that's what I get. Um. So yeah, we are completely in this line. Yeah, but then we'll have a dystopia and Mayushi's death. So it's like either this or that, I assume. Unaffected. Okay, does she imply that there is another possibility, like I was talking in previous conclusions, that I thought that anime is showing us that there's no perfect option, right? This world line where let's say nothing bad happens, at least to our cast of characters, and nothing like majorly bad, like a huge dystopia or World War III, that there is this option. Because at first, when she was saying, yeah, there is a way to prevent World War III, and that's saving Kurisu. But we just got from that line where we did save Kurisu somehow, because of that first D-mail. We prevented her death, but we already saw where it kind of was leading us. Nothing very really good happened. Like Kurisu, she did seem to survive at first, but Mayushi has died in that line. Dystopia was happening in that line in the future. And when Suzuha came from the future, she also said that Kurisu is dead in that future, so she would die anyway, just later. And yeah, I said all of that already. I'm just curious about that last bit that made Ocarina so surprised, when she was talking about the world line that was unaffected, and that it is called the Steins Gate, I think implying that it's not that open the Steins Gate, not that alpha world line, not that beta world line, but some third one. Hmm. Okay, but there is a possibility. Is she implying that thanks to this time machine, that by the way caused the World War III, they can just immediately go to that Steins Gate line? I think they are supporting this decision. Like, try this. Go. But I care about the people I know, and that I, yeah, I feel the same. You wouldn't care about some hypothetical, right? People in the future. Like, honestly, with your heart. Mhm. Yeah, but how did it. So now it's more powerful. It has more possibilities. So. Even though he kind of got rid of the phone microwave, I guess it's assumed that in the future he still worked on the time machine. So it was kind of inevitable. Wait, so her plan is again to just save Carissa? Wouldn't it be kind of like the same as going to that Alpha line? Maybe that's the point where he was like trying to talk to her. Remember their first meeting? She was implying that they already met and he wanted to tell her something. Okay, maybe that's not the same. Yeah, I remember this. And she kind of lost it. So yeah, that's. Yeah, but here she doesn't know him. He's going to be creepy to her again. I guess it's very emotional to him because like she died, but now he sees her again alive. But here he doesn't even. Well, maybe that's what she meant. Like you were trying to tell me something. Maybe that's enough for her to draw that conclusion. Operation notes. So the difference is that we'll prevent it not with D-mail, but like with our hands, so to say. And that would be the difference. I don't think so. There was like a pool of blood under her, and there wasn't seem like there was a trail. Wait, but he's supposed to protect her. So is that the professor? I can see. So it was her dad. Oh no. So my theories about the professor and about dad, my separate theories, are both correct? Does he really do that to his own child? She's trying to help him and he's still being mean. She asked both their names, but he probably wants to only his name to be there. He is such a horrible person. That's not how it works. So it really was. I was hoping it wouldn't be her dad. Fuck. I really didn't like that theory because, like, that's your child, come on. And she clearly loves him. And he's just a piece of shit. Does he have a knife? He does. Oh, girl, he was going to stab you. And he's still going to kill her. Like, there is even a witness now here. And that's just a horrible accident. And he's like, okay, it wasn't even me who stabbed her, so I'm not even guilty. Does that mean that's like exactly what happened, or no? I think that he actually did stab her. He did have a knife with him the first time. But now we know. Okay, now we know who did stab her. So when we were in that battle line, she acted like they already met. So that's probably the same thing that happened. Yeah. Like either way, if her dad stabs her or if Ocarine stabs her by accident, like she still has to die here at that moment. like it was happening with Mayushi in a similar way. Trash? The factster? That's a Metalupa that she lost. Maybe it's easier to destroy the paper? I see. But what if he destroys the paper? She can just write a new one. I think he just has a double shock because he felt like he did kill Kurisa even though it was an accident. I think that really affected him a lot. That's understandable. Did it? What's the video then? Is the security camera? Oh no. Okay. I guess this attractor field is something like destiny, right? Obviously, he would understand himself. But that again, a Valkyrie. So we can change the past, but somehow change the result. So show him the corpse without there being a corpse? Or. Okay, I'll admit that was a bit confusing, but Ocarine did understand what he was saying to himself. Well, that's logical. You would understand yourself, right? That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was nice. I guess that gave him some optimism. Why not? Okay. Okay, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. If there is this perfect solution, that would be ideal. That would be really nice if we could save like everyone. He suddenly got super confident. But okay, that was really nice. And I like how when I was talking about the possible culprits who could have killed Kurisu, it seems like, yeah, Ocarine. I think I actually mentioned Ocarine too, because that would be an interesting twist. But yeah, it was kind of like an accident. But still, there was a culprit who tried to stab her, right? And even if Ocarine didn't interfere and tried to protect her and then stab her by accident, she would still most likely be killed by her father. He seemed really like bent on that. He even tried to do it with a screwdriver. He tried to choke her. He is a horrible human being. Like, I don't know. It's still like your daughter, and I understand that relationships between children and parents, they can go bad. Usually if there's like something drastic, something really bad happens, right? So was if Carissa was a horrible human being, right? We could somehow reason why he hates her so much. If she really like did a lot of bad things to him, right? We could understand his motivations, like are based on something. But in here, it's only based on his own feelings, like how he feels about her. That he thinks, first of all, that was also kind of sexist how he put an emphasis on the fact that she's a girl, like a girl shouldn't be smarter than her father. That made me curious, like if he had a son, I just feel it would have been the same. I think he would still say like the boy shouldn't be smarter than his father. I think that's just the point, not about her being a woman, right? It's about her being better than him. It's his jealousy, it's his insecurity. That is the problem, right? It's his own feelings. So that phrase just threw me off a bit, but I'm pretty sure that if she was a guy, it would still be all the same. It's not because she's a girl, even though that phrase was a bit strange, how he phrased that. But what I'm trying to say is that it's all in his feelings and his mind. He is a horrible person who can't be happy for his child and for her achievements, who only cares about himself, how he wants to be the coolest, he wants to be on top, and he is ready to sacrifice everything that his child has, like her life, just for him to be like this cool person that everyone accepts and thinks he is super smart. And he even thinks like it's her fault that he is not smart enough, which is pretty stupid. But yeah, he is not smart if he thinks like that. He is stupid. What I'm trying to say is that I really despise him. He's a horrible person. I said that a million times already. I just want to express it but I don't know how to express it enough. I think you understood like the level of how much I despise him, even though I couldn't find some strong words probably. Also, I wanted to say I really like when I was talking about who could be the culprit, who tried, who did stop Makisa Kurisu, right? I had her dead as one of the options. When I said, yeah, this anime, judging by what we saw before, it's trying to use some established characters to solve the mystery, right? So it shouldn't be some new character that kind of came out of nowhere. And I said, okay, if it's her dead, even if we didn't see him, it would still be someone that's mentioned, that's connected to our main characters. It would still be like someone we kinda know. But they did it like 2 times better. They chose a character that we already saw, and that character that we knew about Chris is dead, and made them like the same character, and that was just perfect, because that's not only like her dad, and we're like, oh yeah, I had that theory that it's her dad, even though I didn't really like it because it's like killing your own child, like what the fuck. And I had the theory that it's that professor, but to see all of these two theories like combined into one, that was pretty wild, honestly. And even though I had this theory with her dad, I'm still shocked, because as I said, first of all, I'm shocked that this professor is her dad. I didn't expect that, so there was still a twist for me in that. But also, even though I had this theory, I didn't really expect it to happen. Like, I was scared, like I was fearing that, yeah, it would be her dad, but I really didn't want that, because it was such an important thing for her, and she was saying like how she wants to reconcile with her dad, and you can see she was trying her best, and she did this paper, and she wanted to give him a chance, but obviously she wanted both of their names on this paper. It's like, she did it all herself, but she kind of offered him, you can be on this paper too, even though it's mainly her work, and he just wanted to steal it all for himself. Of course, she wasn't happy with that, but the point here is that she tried her best. She really wanted her dad's love, and that's what makes it even sadder, because of the both of their like dispositions, motivations, like her trying to win her dad's love, trying to reconcile with him, and him being just a swine, you know. That's what makes it so like, oh my god. Yeah, this episode made me very emotional because of that moment. And also poor Ocarine, like this accident with the knife, it must have been devastating to him. And just going to that moment with the time machine, so he got rid of the phone microwave, but I guess that didn't matter because of that paper. There was her paper, so she actually admitted that there is time travel. She did write a paper on this. That's a bit confusing, because in that world line where she survives, she kind of at first says, no, it's not possible, which is a bit strange if she actually wrote that paper on time travel, and her dad then got that paper in this world line, and thanks to that, kind of the construction of time machine has started, and then that race and that world war and everything. That was a bit confusing. Maybe I misunderstood something here. Maybe that paper only had like an idea of time machine, but still the phone microwave was the real catalyst, and since Ocarine had it, he kind of still had the idea of the time machine, and he still could develop it along with Daru together. So that was the time machine that actually existed, actually was created, but the nations that were kind of fighting in that World War III, they were just trying from these papers to make the real time machines, but were kind of failing. So this is a bit an interesting line here with the time machine and that paper and everything. And also now the idea he said like to deceive himself, so to make that occurring from that world line, see all of these events and think that they did happen, when in fact they did not happen. I guess that's the general idea. We'll see in the next episode. Okay, that's just a lot. There was a lot that happened in this episode, but I think I shared most of the main ideas that I wanted to say. I'm afraid I'm just going to talk forever as usual, so I guess that would be it for this episode. Please share your thoughts in the comments without spoilers, of course. We are going to watch the final episode very soon, and then also the 25th episode, obviously. But I'm very excited for the finale. I'm really optimistic about it, as I said, because I thought before that there's like either this or that, someone has to die. But if there is that perfect ending where everyone of our friends at least survives, that would be fantastic. I would be really stoked. So I kind of have high hopes for that last episode now here, for that perfect true ending. We'll see. But yeah, that would be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see ya.